Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this episode, I will be talking about the um, annual commemoration that is happening, every September in the United States. What is that? That is the 9/11 commemoration. 9/11. So, for those who don't really know about 9/11, so 9/11 is a name or um, a name for this popular incident in 2001. Yeah, 1 year after the millennium. Yeah, so um, it's already so long ago, but the government of the United States is still commemorating this event, 9/11 event, or also called as the September 11 terrorist attacks. So it's still hot, it's still um, relevant because we are now um, we are now in September. Yeah, currently we are living in September, the month. Yeah, so if Japan has the annual commemoration of um, the nuclear bomb, which happened in 1945. If you know the history, Japan experienced um, a tragedy, a very tragic tragedy, which happened during the World War II. I forget the date, the exact date of um, the nuclear bomb that was thrown to two cities of Japan. If I'm not mistaken, number one is Hiroshima. The second city was Nagasaki. So Hiroshima and Nagasaki was bombed with nuclear bombs by the United States of America. So Japan has that annual commemoration. Every, if I'm not mistaken, every August. Yeah. So every August, I forget the date. Japan commemorates this event. Yeah, the nuclear bomb victims. So the nuclear bomb that was made by Oppenheimer. Yeah, Oppenheimer was the leader, the team leader of the creators of this nuclear bomb. So if you have watched this movie Oppenheimer, you may understand what I'm saying. Yeah, Japan has that, and now the United States, the US has also this kind of commemoration every year, every September 11. Yeah, every September the 11th, they commemorate the event of 9/11, or the September 11 attacks. It happened in 2001. So, so close, yeah. I mean, with the millennium, yeah. So 1 year after the millennium, 2000, the attacks or this incident happened. Um, so the U.S. is commemorating this event. Yeah, they recalls this tragic event. The attacks involve the attacks involve four airplanes. Um, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, two airplanes attacked two buildings of the WTC or World Trade Center. Yeah. So World Trade Center has two tall buildings. The airplanes attack these buildings. Yeah. These towers or yeah, these buildings. Yeah. These skyscrapers. And the other airplane attacked the Pentagon, yeah, the Pentagon in Virginia, if I'm not mistaken. So Pentagon is the base for yeah, the U.S. forces, yeah, the army or yeah, the forces, yeah. So Pentagon has the rule for the U.S. or the people's security. Yeah? And the other airplane, the last airplane, the fourth airplane, attacked some other forces base. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. So the attacks involve four airplanes. The United States airplanes. Yeah. Um, the media said that, and also the government, the United States government, said that the airplanes were hijacked by terrorists, Muslim terrorists, which were later called as Al Qaeda. So after this incident, Al Qaeda was so popular as a terrorist organization. Yeah, particularly uh, those Muslims, yeah, or those people who attacked the United States, yeah. So the incident has killed around 2,900 people. It's so many, yeah. The people of the United States call it as the deadliest terrorist attacks, yeah, in the history of the United States. So what I want to say about this event is that after this 9/11 event, George W. Bush, um, yeah, had made this terrorist attacks as an excuse to, let's say, attack um, Muslims around the world. Yeah. So that he has this slogan, which is "War on Terror," and yeah, you have known about this. George W. Bush has invaded so many Muslim countries. The first one was Afghanistan, and this country, this Muslim country, was and is the most suffering country, um, yeah, because of this war on terror program of George W. Bush. For 20 years, Afghanistan should suffer from civil wars, and also particularly you know, yeah, the war between the United States and Taliban. Yeah, and their war, yeah, in Afghanistan has killed, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, 200,000 civilians. It's so crazy, you know. Um, so um, they attacked Afghanistan in the first place because Afghanistan was considered as the base for Al Qaeda, which was led by Osama bin Laden. Osama bin Laden, and yeah, but Osama was killed by them in Pakistan. If I'm not mistaken, it was in 2014. But yeah, after Osama's death, the U.S. forces are still in Afghanistan. Can you imagine it? So yeah, America has been uh, giving us propaganda about um, terrorism that is related to Muslims and also Muslim countries for years, yeah, since this event, 9/11. So 9/11 is considered as a catalyst, as a driver of Islamophobia, of Muslim countries' invasion. Yeah, after Afghanistan, George W. Bush and his regime, yeah, um, yeah, particularly military regime, has also invaded Iraq. Iraq was invaded by the U.S. They succeeded to uh, to take down Saddam Hussein, yeah, who was the president of the country. And I was informed that Saddam Hussein was given the position as the president of Iraq by America themselves. So they put Saddam as the president. So it's a conspiracy theory actually, yeah. So that the United States has has taken acts in controlling the world by by involving with their domestic affairs, particularly in choosing their leaders, yeah, their presidents, particularly the Middle East. So most of um, the leaders of the countries in the Middle East was um, was chosen, and yeah, you know, America has made them as the leaders, yeah. Saddam Hussein and also Muammar Gaddafi, yeah, and also maybe some other countries also, yeah, some other countries in the Middle East, yeah, Muslim countries. So their leaders were uh, yeah, were chosen, were made by the United States. But why? They then were enthroned, or how to say, were taken down from their positions. Yeah, so it's like taking down their own puppets. But there you are, the leaders, yeah, of the Muslim countries like Saddam Hussein of Iraq and Muammar Gaddafi of Libya were taken down by America from their positions as the leaders of the countries. So the um, yeah, so 9/11 event was the the first, uh, how to say, the point where these other impacts happened. Yeah, the taking down of Muslim leaders, and also, um, yeah, the invasion of the United States Army to Muslim countries. Yeah, yeah. In Iraq, there have been 1 million civilians that, yeah, died because of the United States invasion. They have made um, many excuses, although they don't care about the world's rejections, the world, um, how to say, yeah, um, denials on their on their acts or their invasions of these countries. And then there have also been Islamophobic acts, yeah, because of this 9/11 event. I has Yeah, I have this experience of, um, feeling the Islamophobic atmosphere when I went to the United States in 2010. So it's still 9 years later after the event, and the U.S. Was still within this program of war on terror, and perhaps because of this slogan, yeah, because of this war on terror, they made this program, yeah, of scholarship. They made scholarship to us, Muslim students from Indonesia, because this scholarship was funded by the United States. Therefore, uh, I assume they are still within the program of war on terror, and particularly maybe they need to find alternatives of Muslim people from the Middle East. Yeah, Arab people was known have been known um, by their barbarism, yeah, for years, and etc. and and also their, um, hard mentality, or yeah, harsh communication as Muslims to the world. Yeah, and it is proven by these conflicts, yeah, in the Middle East. In Egypt, there was also conflicts between the military and the Muslim Brotherhood, Ikhwanul Muslimin, and then the military won. Yeah, previously the previous president of Egypt was from the Muslim Brotherhood, or let's say Ikhwanul Muslimin. But then he was uh, coup coup d'etat by the military, and the president now is from the military background. Yeah, Al Sisi, if I'm not mistaken. Perhaps he's still the president of Egypt right now. And so when I went to the United States for that scholarship, um, the security system of the, um, let's say, immigration was so tight. my one of my colleagues. So we went uh, in group. We were 20 students, Indonesian students, going from Indonesia to the United States. Um, in we have to from Indonesia we have to um, transit in several airports in several countries like Thailand, Japan, and then from Japan directly to the United States. In Thailand, um, the U.S. immigration or the Thailand immigration um, has given us a very tight security. Um, and one of my colleagues were, uh, you know, were treated uh, more than us, yeah, his colleagues. So my name, the name of my friend was, yeah, he has Muhammad in his name, and then maybe at that time, Muslims with the name of Muhammad was treated uh, not really good by the immigration, yeah, the United States immigration. They have to double check them, yeah, these Muslims, particularly with the names, with the name of Muhammad. And one of my friend has Muhammad in his name, and he had to be double checked by the immigration. And it happened again and again, yeah, in every country where we transit. In Thailand, in Japan, in Narita airport, yeah, he has to experience double check, yeah, we have to wait for him because of that treatment, yeah, by the immigration. Although we still finally can could arrive to the United States, yeah. So the atmosphere of war on terror was really um, live, yeah, at that moment. Maybe right now it's not really uh, happening anymore. I don't know if the government of the United States has eliminated this program or not. I don't know, but 9/11 is the cause, yeah, of these terrors on Muslims. Yeah, if you know the movie, the Indian movie, which is My Name is Khan. Yeah, the movie was starred by um, Shah Rukh Khan. So the movie tells the story of an Indian man who uh, came to America. Yeah, the man was uh, autist. He has autistic, um, mentality. He cannot communicate communicate normally with people, but he was also a Muslim. His name, I forget, yeah, his name. Yeah, Khan. Khan is his last name. So people from India whose last name were are Khan, they are mostly Muslims. Yeah. So the man, Shah Rukh Khan, as the actor behind this character, came to America and then perhaps became the citizen of the United States. He was married with an Indian American who has who has had a son, yeah. So the son or the child of his wife, yeah, from her previous husband was killed by an American, yeah. And the people, he was killed because of the um, because of, yeah, his identity as a Muslim. So uh, his wife's son was bullied by other American students because of his Muslim, and actually he is not Muslim. The one who is Muslim is Khan. Yeah, his wife was not a Muslim. His wife was Hindu. Yeah, but because Khan was considered as his father, and also, yeah, because Sikhism is close to Islam, and Sikh people were also treated uh, unjustly, yeah, if it is not wrong, wrong word for this, by some Americans, yeah, because Sikh people, the male, the man were wearing turban similar to Muslims. Yeah, Muslims are usually also wear turban, and they also experience, not yeah, the Americans mistakenly treat Sikh people similar to Muslims, while they are not Muslims. And there are so many stories of Islamophobia around the world because of this 9/11 event. Um, Although the government of the United States is still commemorating or celebrating the death of this 9/11 incident, I hope they also commemorate the death of people in other countries because of them, yeah, because of this incident, yeah, the impact, the effect of this event, like the people of Iraq, the people of Afghanistan. Don't forget to mention the death of these countries as well. That's it, and see you again.